All right, cosmic navigators, let's dive into something profoundly powerful today, the very fabric of your reality. Because, let's be honest, we often forget that our words aren't just sounds. They are potent, energetic vibrations, the building blocks of the universe manifesting through your vocal cords. They are, quite literally, spells. And in this next segment, I want to introduce you to someone who, for a long time, operated completely out of alignment with this fundamental cosmic truth. Meet Alex. Now, Alex is a good guy, in his own way. He's got a decent job in tech, a cozy apartment in the city, and a circle of friends who, mostly, tolerate his unique communication style. But if you were to observe Alex in his daily energetic flow, you'd quickly notice a significant leak in his power center, his mouth. For Alex, words were simply tools, blunt instruments, or clever little grenades to toss into a conversation. He spoke without a filter, often without a second thought, and definitely without any conscious awareness of the vibrational frequency he was projecting. His default mode? Sarcasm. His go-to defense mechanism? A cutting remark. If a friend was struggling with a new venture, Alex wouldn't offer encouragement. He'd quip, "Well, at least you're learning what not to do, right?" If someone shared a dream, he'd deadpan, "Good luck with that. The universe usually has other plans for the dreamers." He genuinely believed he was just being real, authentic, cutting through the fluff. The idea that his words carried an energetic charge, that they could literally shape his reality or the reality of those around him, he'd scoff. "Hocus pocus," he'd say, rolling his eyes, dismissing it as some fluffy New Age nonsense for people who couldn't handle the truth. His closest friends, even his sister, had tried to gently nudge him. "Alex, your tongue is a bit sharp today," his sister Clara once ventured, after he'd demolished her latest dating story with a string of cynical observations. "Maybe try softening it a bit." Alex just waved a dismissive hand. "Oh, come on, Clara. You know me. I just say it like it is. It's not my fault if people are too sensitive." He was convinced his directness was a virtue, an unshakable pillar of his personality, rather than an energetic habit that was subtly but consistently undermining his own vibrational field. He was completely out of sync, operating under the illusion that his inner world and outer expressions were separate entities, unaware that every unexamined phrase was a tiny, self-fulfilling prophecy in the making. He was about to get a cosmic wake-up call, one that would force him to truly understand the power he wielded with every single word. All right, cosmic travelers, let's talk about the subtle whispers of the universe, those gentle nudges that often precede a seismic shift in our awareness. You see, the cosmos is always communicating, and sometimes those first messages come through what we might casually dismiss as mere coincidences. But I'm here to tell you, there's no such thing as mere coincidence when you're tapped into your energetic blueprint. Perhaps you've started to notice it, these little echoes of your spoken word manifesting in ways that are just a little too on the nose. We're not talking about grand life-altering events just yet. No, the universe often starts small, giving you a gentle, sometimes even a slightly inconvenient heads up.
You might find yourself in a moment of exasperation, perhaps muttering under your breath, "Ugh, nothing ever works out for me, I swear." And then, in the most trivial way, a plan falls through, an email goes missing, or that minor task you'd banked on effortlessly completing hits a snag. It's not catastrophic, but it's there. Or maybe it's even more visceral. You wake up, a bit groggy, fumbling with your morning brew, and a wave of irritation washes over you. "Honestly," you sigh, "I just know I'm going to spill this coffee today." And what happens? A sudden bump, a misstep, and that steaming mug tips, sending a dark, hot cascade across your counter. A moment of annoyance, a quick cleanup, and you might just brush it off as typical morning clumsiness. Just my luck, you think. but that tiny, almost imperceptible whisper in the back of your mind, that flicker of, wait a minute, that's the universe knocking, letting you know there's a deeper energetic truth at play. This isn't about bad luck, it's about energetic feedback. These are the first oddities, the subtle yet undeniable proof that your words aren't just empty sounds. They are vibrations, intentions, and yes, they are powerful spells you cast into the quantum field. When you declare, "I never get ahead," or "this is going to be a disaster," you're literally sending out a cosmic order. And the universe, in its infinite neutrality, simply delivers. Initially, it's easy to rationalize these moments away. Just a fluke, I was tired, it's a Monday. And that's okay, that's part of the process. But that seed of doubt, that tiny crack in your habitual perception of reality, is precisely where your conscious power begins to awaken. It's the universe inviting you to observe, to question, and to ultimately reclaim the incredible manifestation power that resides in every single word you utter. These aren't random events. They are your personal cosmic energetic report, showing you the direct link between your internal narrative and your external reality. Are you ready to start decoding it? All right, my cosmic navigators, Julian here, tuning in to the energetic currents that are shifting right now. We've been talking about the power of your words, how they are, in essence, vibrational spells you cast into the universe. And now, for many of you, that energetic feedback loop is starting to intensify. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, isn't just gently nudging anymore. It's turning up the volume, making the consequences of your spoken intentions undeniably clear. You might be noticing that the casual declarations, the offhand remarks, the frustrated exclamations you once dismissed as mere venting are now creating a much more direct and tangible ripple effect. Let's talk about your career, for instance. Remember that moment you were buried under a mountain of tasks, feeling overwhelmed, and perhaps, just perhaps, you let slip something along the lines of, "Honestly, this entire project can just go to hell for all I care," or "I wish this whole initiative would just disappear." Well, my friend, the universe heard you. It took that energetic directive seriously. And suddenly, what seemed like minor hiccups have morphed into full-blown energetic blockages. Unexpected technical glitches, sudden budget cuts, team members pulling out at the last minute. What initially felt like external misfortune now has this uncanny, almost unsettling resonance with your own frustrated pronouncements. That project, the one you energetically wished away, is now facing a gauntlet of genuine, pressing difficulties. It's not just a bad day, it's a chain of events that feels eerily orchestrated by your own spoken word. And this energetic tightening isn't confined to your professional sphere. Look at your relationships, your friendships, your most intimate connections. Those sharp, witty retorts, the sarcastic jabs you thought were harmless banter, the casual complaints about a friend's perceived flaws, they're no longer just passing through the air. You might be experiencing a palpable chill in your connections. Misunderstandings that once blew over are now blossoming into full-blown energetic disconnects, leading to arguments that seem to spiral from the most innocuous comments. A sarcastic quip about a friend's reliability, and suddenly they're unexpectedly letting you down. A frustrated sigh about a partner's habits, and you find yourselves in a deeper conversation laced with unspoken tension, struggling to bridge a gap that feels wider than ever. The casual negativity you injected into your relational field is now reflecting back to you as friction, distance, or outright conflict. You're starting to connect the dots, aren't you? A part of you, the logical, analytical part, is still scrambling for a rational explanation, blaming Mercury retrograde, unforeseen market shifts, or just bad luck. You're trying to find a neat, tidy box to put these events into.
something that doesn't challenge your fundamental understanding of how reality works. But beneath that veneer of denial, a subtle hum of disquiet is starting to vibrate through your system. It's that undeniable gut feeling, that intuitive whisper that's growing louder. Could my words actually be doing this? The universe isn't doing this to you, it's doing this for you, offering undeniable evidence of your co-creative power. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness. It's an urgent cosmic invitation to witness the profound impact of your vibrational output, to understand that your linguistic choices are not merely sounds, but powerful directives shaping your reality. This growing unease? It's your inner guidance system signaling a crucial energetic recalibration is needed. It's time to truly listen. All right. Let's dive deep into a moment that I often see reflected in the cosmic currents, a powerful energetic manifestation born not of conscious alignment, but of raw, untamed emotion. There are times, friends, when the universe presents us with intense vibrational friction, nudging us towards a radical upgrade. But in that friction, sometimes we misinterpret the signal. All right. Imagine the protagonist caught in a maelstrom of shadow work, facing an emotional landscape that felt like a barren wasteland. The pressure had been building, a slow, relentless cosmic squeeze, pushing them to confront deep-seated fears and unresolved resentments. And then the breaking point. A perceived betrayal, a moment of profound powerlessness, triggered an eruption. In that white-hot crucible of anger and despair, words were unleashed, not just spoken, but projected with an intensity that vibrated at the lowest possible frequency. "I hope everything you touch turns to ash," they roared, the words laced with a venomous intent directed at someone they felt had wronged them. Or perhaps, "I'll never have what I truly want. I'm cursed to always fail." A self-inflicted energetic wound, a declaration of utter defeat against their own highest potential. Now understand this, the universe isn't doing this to you, it's doing this for you. It's a mirror reflecting back the energetic blueprint you're projecting. And in this instance, the mirror shattered. Almost immediately, or in the unfolding days, a massive, undeniable collapse occurred. Not a subtle shift, but a seismic event. A critical project imploded, taking with it weeks of effort and financial stability. A key relationship, already on shaky ground, disintegrated, leaving a gaping void. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a direct, undeniable echo of the destructive vibrational spell that had been cast. The protagonist couldn't rationalize it away, couldn't blame external forces. The correlation was too stark, the impact too visceral. In that moment of profound loss and pain, a chilling realization dawned. Their words, those fleeting sounds, propelled by an emotional tsunami, hadn't just been expressions, they had been architects. Architects of ruin. The sheer weight of that truth, that their own energetic projections had manifested such a devastating reality, brought them to their knees. It was a crisis of consciousness, a moment of deep despair, yes, but also a raw, undeniable insight. "My words," they whispered, the phrase no longer an abstract concept, but a terrifying, beautiful, undeniable truth. The question then became, how do you uncast a spell? How do you halt the momentum of a destructive energetic wave you yourself initiated? This wasn't about blame. It was about taking radical responsibility. It was the universe screaming, "Wake up! You are a creator. Now, what will you create next?" The journey from this point forward would be about conscious intent, about understanding that every syllable holds power, and that true power lies not in wishing ill, but in cultivating a frequency of intentional, aligned creation. The path back, they knew, would begin with a single conscious choice: to rewrite the script
one mindful word at a time. All right, Cosmic Navigators, let's talk about a powerful energetic shift, an incredible redemption story that illustrates just how profoundly our words shape our reality. Imagine someone, much like you or I, who started to really feel the weight, the vibratory impact of every single word they uttered. They began to understand that every complaint, every dismissal, every harsh judgment wasn't just air. It was an energetic broadcast, a spell cast into the universe, shaping their immediate environment and their future experiences. This wasn't about guilt, it was about radical self-awareness. Our hero, let's call him Alex, understood this was a cosmic invitation to step into his authentic power. His first move? Shadow work. He didn't just stop saying negative things, he went deeper, identifying the root beliefs, the old narratives that fueled those unconscious spells. Then came the active uncasting. He started with positive affirmations, not as a quick fix, but as deliberate counterspells designed to repattern his subconscious. More importantly, he engaged in conscious apologies and specific aligned actions to mend past energetic fractures. If a sharp word had caused disconnect, he'd initiate a conversation of genuine understanding, not just regret. If a dismissive comment had blocked an opportunity, he'd actively seek out ways to contribute and create. The transformation was profound. Alex learned to pause, to breathe, to feel the energy of a word before it left his lips. He became a master of intentional communication, choosing words that elevated, encouraged, and built bridges. His relationships blossomed. He attracted opportunities that resonated with his newly aligned frequency. It wasn't magic, it was energetic mastery. His life didn't just get better, it became a vibrant, harmonious co-creation with the universe. And here's the kicker. This newfound wisdom wasn't just for him. He naturally became a beacon, gently guiding others to feel the energetic truth of their own words, reminding them that their voice is their most potent manifestation tool.
This isn't just a story. It's a blueprint for anyone ready to rewrite their energetic script. Your words, my friends, are spells. Use them to build the world you truly desire.